the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series fires things off right here at the Beast of the Southeast, the Queen City, Charlotte Motor Speedway, hosting race number 9 in season number 3. And well, it's been quite an eventful season already. Dominated by really just a handful of drivers. Jason Branch, Kevin Burrows, both with multiple wins in their back pockets. 3 wins for Branch to Kevin Burrows. 4 wins. Burrows going to victory lane last week. Short track at Iowa, out in Newton, Iowa, putting on a show. What a race that was. You can expect a race pretty much like that right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, even though this is a 1.5 mile D-shaped oval nestled right outside of Charlotte in Concord, North Carolina, just a few miles up the road from, well, racing, one of racing's greatest, if not the greatest ever, Dale Earnhardt Sr. in Kannapolis, North Carolina. You can find also Junior Motorsports, Kyle Busch Motorsports. Across the street, Z-Max Raceway, the dirt track at Charlotte. Hendrick Motorsports headquarters not far away from the track either. And as this 5-minute qualifying session is already underway, we've got drivers already on the speed charts. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from the trackside. 99 of Jason Branch, to no surprise, goes top of the speed charts. Quick time right now, 30:78. David Cameron with some solid runs as of late, as Kevin Burrows goes fastest on the track, 30:65.1 for the Fast 23 machine. Jason Branch going to try to put down a faster second time lap. David Cameron with some good runs as of late, sitting third right now on the speed charts. Jason Branch going to top the charts once again. 30:54.3 is the time to beat. What will Kevin Burrows do? John Peels turned in his time lap. John McMillan Sr. turning his time lap in and taking it back top of the speed charts. Quick time here tonight at qualifying at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Kevin Burrows puts the 23 in the pole position to 30:45.0. And that's a blazing fast time. I mean, that's getting it in these ARCA cars right here. And it looks like we've only got maybe one or two other drivers left to put in their qualifying laps. Looks like Robert Lukens out there in the 10th position right now on his time lap. Second time lap going on the board now. We'll have to wait to see how it all shakes out for Lukens. But it does indeed look like Kevin Burrows going to go top of the speed charts with his fast time. Lukens jumps all the way to third with his time lap. That's a quick time from the newcomer. That's how you know he's new. He's still got those black numbers over there on the timing and scoring on the left-hand side of your screen. And, well, with just about 60 seconds remaining here in qualifying, looks like Larry Poling in the 69. Only driver left to put in a time lap. We'll go take a look at Poling as he heads down the backstretch. Second time lap, going to head down into turn 3 this time by now. Indeed, under 60 seconds on the stopwatch. And Poling will be the last driver to put in his second time lap. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up qualifying once he crosses the line right here. Going to cross the line. Can he improve? Yes, he does, but only up to 11th to 30. 888 for Poling, so he's going to bring it to a crawl down the back stretch, exit the track. And, well, that's pretty much going to be it. It's all said and done with. Kevin Burrows going to take the top spot here in qualifying. And you got to be careful of letting Burrows out front too soon here tonight. If he has a chance to get away, we've seen him do it in the past. He will try to build and run away with this thing. We have to wait to see if Jason Branch, maybe newcomer Robert Lukens, is going to get up there and challenge Burrows for that top spot. With all that being said, race fans, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, then head down trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
so proudly railed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
trackside as drivers begin to make their way through pre-race inspection and head to their starting positions. We'll run down your championship standings coming into race number 9 right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Season 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayer's iRacing Paints. ARCA Menard Series, the 23 of Kevin Burrows, your pole sitter, leads the point standings. He's got a handful of points back to Jason Branch, 35 to be exact, and Branch going to line up right behind him here on the starting grid. Noah Owens, this is starting to look a little bit familiar, isn't it? Noah Owens sitting right there in third. David Cameron, John Peel rounding out your top 5. Then the gaps begin to grow from there. John Peel and Todd McGregor both tied with 265.69 points back behind Burrows. John McMillan Sr., Larry Poling, Logan Hartman round out the top 10 and looking just outside of your top 10. Ethan Mokwa not here at the track. Sean Mitchell, Ryan Branchew, Christopher Confer rounding out your top 15. There you can see that 19 machine of Andy Starcher, 16th in the point standings. Look to see Starcher back on the track. I do believe next week is when we should see that Monster Energy number 19 hitting the track once again. So there you have it. That's kind of what the points shakedown looks like coming into race number 9 in the 10 race of regular season here for the Swift Motorsports drivers. And you can hear it in the background, bells ringing. It's time to run down tonight's official starting order, starting inside row number 1. Your points leader, your pole sitter here tonight. Fastest time in qualifying belongs to the 23 of Kevin Burrows. Jason Branch in the 99 machine gonna start just to his outside, inside row number 2, the 49 of Robert Lukens. Jerry Cochran, the 18 machine just to his outside. David Cameron, Lee Campbell making up row number 3. Row number 4 here tonight, the 77 of John Peel and the 51 of John McMillan Sr. Sean Mitchell, Noah Owens rounds out your top 10. Larry Poling, Donald Bennett, they're going to line up in row number 6 here tonight. Back in row number 7, Logan Hartman. Justin Gann, Gary Wells, admin and officials here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They're going to be up in the race control box, just a handful of doors down. We'll have to go maybe throw some coffee at them here in a few minutes. I don't know. Mess with those boys just a little bit. Drivers gonna mess with each other right here. We're gonna see who's got it all here tonight. Who's gonna take the checkered flag as we begin to wind down this regular season in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Kevin Burrows, Jason Branch battling in the point standings, battling for the top spot in qualifying. Burrows gonna take the advantage. Pace car down and away. Field gonna make their way to the restart box, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Boss man drops that green flag, and these drivers hit the gas. Check out Kevin Burrows checking out already. Jason Branch falling almost 3/10 behind the 18 of Jerry Cochran has made up a position. Lukens dropping back to 4th. Some gaps already beginning to develop between the front drivers. There you can see the 18 of Jerry Cochran. He's got Robert Lukens, Lee Campbell, John McMillan Sr. right there. Big Mac in the 51, up 2 positions from where he started tonight's race, now running in 6th. Donald Bennett making up 1 position. He's now knocking on the door of a top 10. David Cameron, John Peel moving backwards on this restart. Both have lost 3 and 4 positions already. As we come to the line this time to complete lap number 2, Kevin Burrows still your race leader. Fastest time on the speedway last time around belongs to the 65 of Sean Mitchell. He's going to turn in a 30.76. That's going to be the fastest time of the race so far here, so you don't have to be at the front to be putting down those fast times. But can the Dairy Queen 49, I like that Dairy Queen Black Rifle Coffee Company sponsored 49 machine. That's a pretty interesting combo, huh? Black Rifle coffee mixed with some Dairy Queen. Man, I don't know. That sounds delicious now. Two-car breakaway at the front of the field. Kevin Burrows, Jason Branch, they still run nose to tail. We're staying with the battle for the third, fourth, and fifth position on the raceway. Lee Campbell right there rounding out the top five in his Max Pappas Incorporated sponsored Chevy Impala. John McMillan Sr. just behind him. How about Sean Mitchell? He's beginning to gain a little bit of ground now. Begin to work his way a little further up through the front of the field. Noah Owens in the 88 machine just behind him. John Peel, David Cameron in the 10 rounds out your top 10. Gonna jump around, try to see if we can't see any other battles out there. This is one of your closest battles on the track. Another one going on just in front of them. There you can see that Dairy Queen machine being hounded now by the Max Pappas Incorporated 14. Lee Campbell looks to the outside, not gonna have the spot just yet. Excuse me, looks down to the inside now, heading down into turn number 3. Gonna back out of the corner, give him about a 1-car length advantage. Big run as he gets back to the gas a little bit earlier than the 49. All over his rear deck lid as they cross the line this time by lap number 7, already on the board. Some small battles all over this raceway. You can check out the battle just behind this 49 and 14. You've got John McMillan Jr. Senior battling with Sean Mitchell in that 65. Whoa, slide job. 14's going to slide right across the nose of Robert Lukens. Lukens not fazed by it, but still able to keep that position. Heck of a job right there. Lee Campbell drove it down into 3 and made it stick through the center. He'll take that 4th spot away. Now drivers all over each other here. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All in tow. You might as well go ahead and count in this man, John Beal, in the 77 machine. He lost 4 positions on the initial start of the race. Has since gained 2 of those positions back. Looking to gain 2 more and some here in the next few laps. Lap number 9 now on the board. Check in with your race leaders right there. Battle still going on between these 2 drivers. You can expect to see that pretty much all race long. These drivers are notorious for pestering each other throughout the race events here in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menards series. I'm trying to look at the lap times. Looks like we've fallen off right about a half a second already, so the tires on this surface maybe not playing so nice for these ARCA Menards series drivers. We may want to keep our eye on that tire wear, may want to keep our eye on the fuel mileage race that this can become. We've seen all-star races here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the past come down to fuel mileage races. We've seen the Coke 600 come down to fuel mileage races. Also, what used to be the Bank of America 400 on the oval side, now switching over to the Bank of America Roval. But we've seen quite a few fuel mileage races here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As a Kannapolis native, able to go to the track pretty much every single time NASCAR came in town, and fuel mileage, big factor here at Charlotte Motor Speedway right now. Kevin Burrows has to use the most gas, while Jason Branch kind of sitting there utilizing some draft, letting Burrows kind of wear himself out. We'll see if this pace can continue from these 2 drivers. Best time laps 30.74 and a 30.73, so they're right there with each other. Last time by, we'll check the speed this time by, as a matter of fact. Race leader Burrows running a 31.48. Jason Branch running a 31.47. So just about a 100th quicker, but just not able to close any distance. Jerry Cochran, let's not be remiss here. Let's talk about this 18 machine. How about the run he's having up one position from where he started tonight's race? The Grace and Jade photography sponsored 18 machine. I'll spit it out right, Jerry, I promise. Grace and Jade photography sponsored. There you go, Chevy Impala. Running in the final podium spot here tonight. Still a very, very long way to go. The drivers still have upwards of 100 laps to complete. That's going to be at least one, maybe two green flag pit stops. We have been clean and green for the first 14 laps as the front of the field comes off of turn number 4. They'll cross the stripe to take lap number 15. Now check out this 4-car battle going on right here, man. I tell you what, that's where the action, whoa! That's where the action is. John McMillan Jr., Lee Campbell, Sean Mitchell, John Peel, sorry, about said Lee Staples. For some reason, don't know. Staples not here at the track with us this week. That 14 of Campbell, he's been working them tires pretty hard. Whoa! Big moment there by that 65 of Mitchell. Not sure if that was an evasive maneuver, if he just caught the car after getting absolutely super loose. David Cameron running back in the 9th position as Donald Bennett now moves up to 10th. Back behind him, Bennett sitting 1.3 seconds back off of David Cameron. Cameron almost 1 second off of John Peel here, sitting in the 8th position. And the more these drivers mix it up, the more they're going to wear on those tires, the more they try to battle for positioning and lay down those tough, fast side-by-side laps. Those tires are definitely going to suffer, and we'll have to see who has the long run speed here tonight. Still at the front of this field, though, Kevin Burrows leads everybody. Jason Branch sitting just about 2/10 off of him, not really letting him go anywhere. The iHeartRadio sponsored machine of Branch just trying to get there, seeing if he can do anything. With that 23, Burrows has been fast all night long since he unloaded there, and Happy Hour was one of the top drivers in Happy Hour. I believe he was second to Jason Branch, actually, in Happy Hour, if I'm looking at this correctly. And then Burrows going to snatch that top spot in qualifying. Also going to lead every lap here since the drop of the green flag so far. And now that race lead beginning to slowly grow. Just about a 10th last time by for your race leader, gained over Jason Branch, sitting back behind him in the second spot. About 1 second off of them, you can find third place runner, the 18 machine, Jerry Cochran. Robert Lukens, a little bit further back, sitting in fourth and rounding out your top 5. Big Mac, John McMillan Sr. runs in that 5th spot. He's been able to step away from Sean Mitchell and Lee Campbell. John Peel still going at it. We'll stay back here with this 3-car battle. It's our biggest battle on the track. We'll keep our eye on the timing and scoring over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Try to keep an eye on what's going on between Kevin Burrows and Jason Branch at the front of the field. But for now, we'll stay right here as these positions slowly begin to be settled amongst all 13 of these drivers that hit the track. Made the cross-country trip from Iowa Speedway last week over here to Charlotte, North Carolina. A little bit of a run, and some of the K&N drivers electing to take a little bit of time off here this week. We'll look for them back at the track next week when we head up north to the Tricky Triangle. That's right, Honeymooners Paradise. Pocono Raceway gonna host the final round in the regular season here for season number 3 with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker. Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series, as John Peel now looks for that spot on Sean Mitchell. John McMillan Sr., he has absolutely stepped away. And slowly, these two drivers, they're beginning to leave that 14 of Lee Campbell behind. They're beginning to open up a little bit of an advantage now, 22 laps into this green flag run. And remember what I said about the tires. This track can be pretty tough on tires if you use them up a little bit too soon in the run. You really got to take care of these tires on these ARCA cars, especially here at a track like Charlotte Motor Speedway. You wouldn't really think that it would be that abrasive and that and wear the tires that much, but you can already see some of the time lost there by Campbell as he's beginning to fall back into the clutches of this 10 machine. David Cameron running in the 9th position, and there you have it. He is there, and he is gone. Struggling off of turn 4 that time was the 14 of Lee Campbell. He's going to give up the spot to David Cameron, so Cameron slowly making his way back towards the front of this field. Cameron sits in a 3 spots back from where he started tonight's race, up in 5th. And there you can see on the ticker your upcoming races. Pocono Raceway coming up next week. We've got Darlington, the Lady in Black. Gonna go throwback old school style here at Darlington Raceway to begin the chase, the 5-race championship chase here in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menards Series. Then we'll head off to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Then they always do it big in Texas. That will be race number 3 before we take a little bit of a break before we settle it out for the season championship here in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menards Series. We got some great racing action coming up with you here all throughout the week on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So if you haven't already, join us in that push to 2,000 subscribers. Come on over here, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are a dedicated fan, friend, or family. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time. And new man on the scene, drop this man a thumbs up. I'm telling you what, Jerry Cochran going to the front of this field. Cochran gonna lead that lap. That's gonna give us our second leader of the night. 1 lead change as Cochran has surged forward and saved the tires. It's showing up late in this run, not only getting past Jason Branch, but taking that top spot away from Kevin Burrows. Cochran now leads this field. And what a time for that to scroll across the bottom of your screen, huh? Will we see another new winner? Can Jerry Cochran cap this thing out and get to victory lane? Drivers just behind them running in the 4th position. He would be a first-time winner here in the series. Robert Lucan, a newcomer, making one of his debut races here with Swift Motorsports right here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So look for that 49 to do well. He's got to make up just about 2 seconds, though, to get up to these top 3. And how about Jerry Cochran? He's opened up a half a second advantage over Kevin Burrows as we cross the line to begin lap number 30. That's right, 91 remain here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. After the pass for the race lead, the gaps have begun to develop once again between your top 3, about a half a second separating each one of them from each other. So we'll jump around the track just a little bit. Take a look back here with that 51 of John McMillan Sr. now running just outside of your top 5 as John Peel in the 77. He's heading towards the front. He's saved some tires. Peel now in 5th. You know, looking around the track, everything looks clean out there. Not seeing any forms of debris anywhere on the raceway. So it looks like this long green flag run to open up tonight's race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway is going to continue on. We should see green flag pit stops, I would say, in about the next 10 to 12 laps is when we should see these drivers hit pit road. I do believe the fuel mileage right at about the 42 to 45 laps on a fuel cell. We'll have to see if that holds true. It's been a few years since I've been in one of these ARCA machines with a full load of fuel in it, so we'll have to see how all of that shakes out. And Larry Poling in the 69, he's going to go ahead and pull to pit road this time by. And what has happened to that 15 of Hartman? We'll see if we can go back and find out what really happened here to Hartman. Lee Campbell also brings his machine to pit road. And it looks like some electrical issues inside the ignition box is what kept Hartman from making the race here tonight. He's back behind the pit wall. And it looks like they are beginning to load up the pit box. So the 15 of Hartman gonna pull away from the track with last place points here, but not too shabby. 13th on the night for Hartman and the 15 crew. Larry Poling, Lee Campbell, they've both been to pit road for their first stop of the evening. Both in their pit box for right around 15 seconds. Lee Campbell a little bit faster on and off pit road. And now we've got a ton of drivers coming down. John Peel, John McMillan Sr., Sean Mitchell. They all stay out on the track. So it looks like we may have been calling it a little long on the fuel strategy here. Back up at the front of this field, though, Jerry Cochran still leading Jason Branch, Kevin Burrows. Sean Mitchell onto pit road just into his box. We caught a glimpse of him. Looked like he was almost slid a little too deep in his box, but able to get the service done. All three of those drivers that hit pit road with each other, they're down and away, making their way off of pit road now. This time around, the 10 of David Cameron, he's going to peel off the track, give up his position towards the front of the field. Noah Owens in the 88 also going to come to pit road this time by. What does your race leaders do? Looks like Jerry Cochran pulls the pit road. Jason Branch, Kevin Burrows, and the 49. What happened? The 49, big trouble. Donald Bennett going to come to pit road this time around as Cochran, Jason Branch, Kevin Burrows all on to pit road. That's going to give Sean Mitchell the possible race lead coming to pit road back on lap number 34. So almost 3 laps ago is when he came to pit road. And have we seen a driver drop from the race? And it looks like a connection issue. Before that 49 of Robert Lukens, we could see him going to pit road and then just all of a sudden blinking, going through the grass and disconnecting from the race. The 49 pulled to the hauler quick here tonight. Jerry Cochran able to get himself, able to get himself back up to speed and back on the track with a hefty race advantage. Now look at this. Cochran 2.5 seconds in front of Jason Branch and Kevin Burrows. Branch was able to leapfrog Burrows during that round of green flag pit stops. Burrows just struggling to get back up through the gears there. Much faster on the outlap. The complete outlap was that 99 of Jason Branch. And now Sean Mitchell gets a spot from Kevin Burrows. Let's go back, see what's going on with this 23. No, hard into the outside wall. Burrows contact. Outside wall turn 4. That's going to continue to drop that 23 a little further through the field here tonight. Oh no, your pole sitter. Burrows in trouble. Kevin dropping through the field now 4 spots all the way back to the 5th position. So it doesn't look like we're going to see back-to-back race wins once again for Kevin Burrows. Remember, he went on a tear towards the beginning of the season, went on a 3-race winning streak here in the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paint ARCA Menard Series, and now Burrows, after snatching the pole position here tonight, pancakes the car off of turn 4, struggling to get by John Peel for 4th. Fastest lap of the race being turned in last time around by the 99 of Jason Branch. We'll go check in on Branch. Haven't seen him in a handful of laps, so let's go ahead and check in on this iHeartRadio sponsored machine. Branch sitting 1.7 seconds back from race leader Jerry Cochran. Sean Mitchell right there running in 3rd. Kevin Burrows still battling with John Peel 4th and 5th on the track. John McMillan Sr. has joined that battle in the 6th spot. Lee Campbell, David Cameron, Donald Bennett, Noah Owens rounds out your top 10. Gonna check in with your race leader right here in the Grace and Jade Photography sponsored 18 machine. Why? Because Jerry Cochran, he's close to working his way into some lap traffic. The 69 of Larry Poling, just about 26 and a half seconds back. That is right at about 4 seconds away from going a lap down. And how about this run by Jason Branch, man? He was 2.5 seconds behind, now under 1 second. But has Branch been running the tires too hard here at the beginning of this stint? Last time we seen Branch able to hold strong at the front of the field with Kevin Burrows for quite some time there. Gave up a little bit of track time and some speed towards the end of that first green flag run. Has he done the same thing this time around? I hate to just keep going back, but tire wear going to be very crucial for these drivers here tonight. We'll jump back and look at Kevin Burrows as he continues to battle with John Peel and John McMillan Sr. We'll keep our eye on this 3-car battle, 4th, 5th, 6th on the raceways. They work their way back to turn 3. Burrows just not giving up the fight, trying to head back to the front of this field, sitting still on that inside lane. Has John Peel in the 77 just behind him. Peel able to prevail down the backstretch this time, completely clear Burrows. Will he be able to keep that spot away? And no, Burrows going to surge back on the bottom of 3 and 4, hugging that white line. They'll stay just about a half a car length on each other there. Burrows not going anywhere. He'll drop back down to the bottom in turn 1. Gonna try to move around the track, bring you a little bit more action here. Let's take a look at these two drivers still going side by side. And oh no, we missed it, but there was a pass for the race lead. Kevin Burrows and John Peel went at it for about 3/4 of a lap, and Jason Branch has snatched that top spot away. That's going to give us our 3rd different race leader. 2 lead changes here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 47 laps into tonight's 120 lap official race distance here for race number 9 and season number 3. Kevin Burrows able to get by John Peel for the 4th position, so they're going to settle that one on out. We'll jump back to the front and watch the battle for the race lead. Jason Branch continue to put down fast time after fast time. Your top two matching lap times last time around, both with a 31:36. We'll check the timing and scoring this time around. 31:39 for Jason Branch, 31:48, so not quite a tenth, but very close to a tenth being gained that time by Jason Branch. And, you know, maybe the strategy right here is run as hard as you can by Jason Branch, knowing that Jerry Cochran kind of had a good long-run car. Maybe try to build that gap, build that race advantage, and hopefully Cochran's not able to take care of the tires as well as he did on that first initial stint. It looks like Lucan's able to get back out on the track after getting back in the car, so his electrical problems rectified here tonight, but unfortunately he is 13 laps down here tonight, and it's going to be a tough task for him to make up any more positions, as there you see your race leaders going by. The 69 of Larry Poling gonna fall off of the lead lap. We still have 10 out of our 13 drivers on the lead lap. 12 still out there on the track as Donald Bennett goes by Lee Campbell for the 7th spot on the speedway. This is one of the first times we've seen Bennett knocking on the door of a top 5, but he has got quite a bit of a gap to overcome. There you can see it on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll go ahead and make the math easy for you. It's about 7 seconds behind John McMillan Jr. running in that 6th spot, who is almost a half a second off of John Peel. So Bennett gonna have to fight hard to get up there and grab a top 5. Side-by-side battle once again for the race lead. And we are closing in on about that halfway point here on this fuel run, on the tire run. Are we seeing those tires finally fail Jason Branch as they did in that first long green flag run? We'll have to wait to see if that's the case, but for now, as we inch closer oh my gosh. As we inch closer to that halfway point here tonight, race fans, why don't we run down some driver highlights and spotlights. Drivers sitting in the top spot for now, leading this race, the Virginia Beach native Jason Branch looks to head back to victory lane, snatching the race lead away from Jerry Cochran during this second green flag run. Can Branch pilot that 99 home to a 4th race win this season, or will the man right behind him running in second, the 18 of Jerry Cochran, will he spoil the party and head to victory lane here tonight, become our 4th different race winner here in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series? Can that 18 find the speed? Can he get by Branch and take the checkered flag here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Kevin Burrows, your pole sitter, your points leader, sitting back in the 3rd position, about 5 seconds off the pace from Cochran. Burrows gonna need a little bit of help to make it back to the front of this field. John Peel sitting back in the 4th position for now, as he is battling hard to keep that 4th position. Can the Bradenton, Florida native keep that 77, knocking on the door of a pole position, just 1.3 seconds off of Kevin Burrows for that final podium spot? John Peel runs in 4th. Sean Mitchell in the 65 machine. We've seen him embroiled in a few battles out there on the track here tonight as drivers inch closer to that halfway point. The 65 of Mitchell sits in 5th, gonna round out the top 5, and he is one of the biggest movers of the race. Only one driver gaining more positions than him. Mitchell up 4 spots as we run across the stripe to begin lap number 58 that time by. Mitchell gonna go to the bottom of the speedway, make his way around the back marker. That's the 69 of Larry Poling. And biggest mover of the race, we might as well give a shout out to Kutztown, Pennsylvania's very own driver out of Keystone Motorsports, the Turn 3 Racing Network, Bromley Designs, Simbox sponsored 31 of Donald Bennett, up 5 spots from where he started tonight's race. Bennett on the move. Tell you what, battle for the race lead. Once again, we'll watch this one as these drivers continue to swap these positions at the front of the field. Jerry Cochran gonna regain control over the race. That's gonna give us our third lead change among the ninth. Our third lead change tonight among as many drivers. 60 laps now on the board. Driver's going to have to come to pit road somewhere around lap number 70 if I'm doing the math correctly. And that's still not going to get them to the end of tonight's race. They're going to have to stop at least, I believe, a third time here tonight. Unless driver's playing the fuel strategy on the front end, pitting as soon as the pit road, as soon as the fuel window opened up. And here we see that late race run, that late long run speed out of that 18 of Jerry Cochran. You've seen Jason Branch come from a long ways back, take the lead, gap the 18 for a brief moment. Cochran came back to him, raced with him hard there for a handful of laps, and then regained the race lead, and he has absolutely stepped away as Jason Branch has had enough. He's pulled to pit road. Jason Branch giving up that second spot to come to pit road to try to get the fresh tires and fuel. Try that undercut. See if he can't make some time up on that 18 of Jerry Cochran, who's just the long run speed on this 18 is just absolutely ridiculous. This driver is just out there hammer down lap after lap. We'll get a little closer to the action here as these drivers go around the track. Man, I'm telling you, he is just flying around this raceway. No real battles to speak of. There you can see the distance between all of these drivers listed over there on the left-hand side of your screen. 5-second advantage now for your race leader, the man on screen right here, Jerry Cochran, over Kevin Burrows. Burrows has got almost 3 seconds to John Peel. Another 2 seconds back from him will be Sean Mitchell, and Burrows gonna peel off for pit road this time around. So those green flag pit stops indeed now underway as the 51 of Big Mac John McMillan Sr. is gonna pull to pit road this time around as well. And it looked like slowing a little bit there was that 18 of Jerry Cochran, kind of eyeballing that entry to pit road. We'll have to wait to see if he comes this time around as John Peel, Sean Mitchell, they're going to exit the raceway and head down pit road. Donald Bennett now going to take advantage of the drivers on their green flag pit stops. Bennett going to move into the second position, but almost a half a lap behind your race leader, Jerry Cochran. And it looks like Cochran playing it nice and smooth here. He's going to try to extend the run. Tell you what, why don't we go down on board? We do have a cockpit camera. Let's jump on board. Do a little cheat sheet right here. Let's see if he is saving fuel. You can hear him just let that thing roll way through the center before he slowly begins to squeeze back in the gas. Cochran turning in a 32.33 last time around. That is almost 2 seconds slower than Jason Branch, the fastest driver on fresh tires. And it is already a 6-lap difference on the tires here for Jerry Cochran as he extends this fuel run, this tire run, and he looks like he's going to stay out for at least another 1 or 2 laps here, continuing to put drivers down off of the lead lap. Noah Owens, next driver on the list. Owens yet to come to pit road. David Cameron has yet to come to pit road as well. Cameron sitting 22 seconds back behind your race leader, Lee Campbell, in the 14. He's going to come to pit road this time around as well. Noah Owens going to peel off. You can see Owens peel to pit road that time around. That's going to leave us with just 3 drivers left on the lead lap. Your race leader, Jerry Cochran, Donald Bennett, and David Cameron stay out on track, extending this fuel run. Kevin Burrows now going to take the fastest lap around the raceway last time around. And there you see the pace. There you see the race awareness out of that 18. His crew chief and spotter all relaying the information. Hey, look, that 69, he's got fresher tires. He's going to be faster than you. He's multiple laps down. Don't worry about him. Let him have the racing line. And the 18 moved to the top of the speedway, allowed the 69 of Poling to get by without any issues. And that's allowed the 18 to keep a little bit more speed in that machine and extend this run now as we cross the line to begin lap number 71. Just 2 drivers yet to make their second green flag stop of the night. Your race leader, Jerry Cochran, man on screen, and the driver sitting 17 seconds behind him. Donald Bennett, last driver on the lead lap there. You can see Jason Branch just off in the background, trying to unlap himself the good old-fashioned way and do it before Cochran hits pit road. And I believe Cochran's going to get gobbled up right here. This is going to be a big-time disadvantage now for Jerry Cochran. He's going to give up a ton of time as Jason Branch able to make his way by. Look for that 18 to head to pit road. Looks like we do have some radio chatter, and they are calling him to pit road. We'll have to see if he's willing to come down this time around. And no, he's going to stay out some more. He's trying to extend this one to just a 2-stop race where it looks like Jason Branch and the rest of the field, it looks like they are all trying to do this as a 3-stopper. Jerry Cochran trying to extend this fuel run as long as he can. He's already matched his first stint of the night, 36 laps on the fuel and tires before he came to pit road. We crossed 36 laps last time around. This is going to be 37 laps now. And he is indeed going to pull off the pit road this time around. That's going to give the race lead to this man right here if he stays out one more lap. Donald Bennett sitting right there in the second spot, running the middle lane through 3 and 4. Looks like that 31's going to stay out and try to lead a lap late here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, race number 9. Here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker, Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series, and indeed Bennett gonna stay out. That's gonna give us our 4th lead change amongst 4 different drivers. And how long will Bennett extend this fuel run as Jerry Cochran, we can see on that timing and scoring over there, he's down and away and getting up to speed, but he has already dropped a position to Jason Branch and Kevin Burrows, so Cochran losing out a ton, staying out as long as he did, but he did stay out upwards of 10 laps longer. Bennett going to pull to pit road this time around. That's going to give the race lead back to this man. Jason Branch going to reclaim that top spot. 5th lead change of the night, 75 laps into this 120-lap event here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nestled right there just off of Bruton Smith Boulevard. Yep, that's right, Bruton Smith Boulevard. road named after him, Z-Max 4 wide dragway right across the street, the dirt track at Charlotte, right there across from this beautiful facility as well. There you can see Donald Bennett making his way off of pit road. Bennett gonna fall off the lead lap. He's gonna be positioned in the 7th spot, try to keep himself up in front of Lee Campbell. We'll watch that one as those two drivers begin to kind of run with each other. And how about David Cameron in the 10, man? He came flying right around Lee Campbell to take that spot away. Now battle going to be between Noah Owens and Lee Campbell, as David Cameron has already made his way by, and he is slowly closing in on Donald Bennett, trying to close in on him for that lucky dog position. Should we see our first caution of the night, late race caution at that? Noah Owens going to drop to the bottom of the speedway, take the 9th spot away from Lee Campbell, who's now struggling back in 10th. Looking around the speedway, we don't see very many battles out there at all. Closest battle on track, David Cameron and Noah Owens, back markers 1 lap down. 8th and 9th on the speedway, separated by about 1 second. And Jerry Cochran, he is sitting about 1 second off of Sean Mitchell. So Cochran losing out there on that green flag exchange, giving up the top spot and dropping all the way back to the 4th position, right where he started tonight's race. But more so, we're going to have to keep our eye on this on the timing charts here, because as I'm looking through here right now, it looks like Jerry Cochran came to pit road on lap number 73. Jason Branch, your race leader, came to pit road back on lap number 61. That is over a 10-lap difference, and I tell you what, let's see if we can't get a little bit of that pit strategy listed for you right there. Your top 7 all on screen, and there you can see the big discrepancy on tires. Already 18 laps on the tires for Jason Branch, just 16 for Burrows, 15 for Mitchell. Then we've got just 6 laps on those tires for Jerry Cochran, and then Donald Bennett, only 5 laps on his tires. So a big discrepancy on the tires out there tonight as these drivers continue this long green flag run. And caution! Caution on the speedway! Oh no! Driver with a ton of long run speed has went around. You can see the smoke on the backstretch. Oh no! Let's see how it all went down here for the 18 of Cochran. Oh, and just contact between himself and the 65 of Sean Mitchell, and that's all she wrote. We'll take one more look at it. There you can see Cochran on the bottom of the speedway trying to get by the 65, just not clear enough, and around he goes. Looks like they are telling us we do have the blimp camera of that one. Let's check the replay from the blimp. And oh my, that's looking like a tale of a different tale here. Looks like the 65 coming down the track just a little bit, catching that left rear quarter, and around the 18 goes right head on into the wall. That is going to be some heavy, extensive damage that 18 is going to have to fix, but nonetheless, back live at the front of the field. Jerry Cochran's going to catch back up, still being listed in 3rd as Sean Mitchell, John McMillan Sr., and John Peel all to pit road last time around. And as we do find ourselves under caution for the first time here tonight, that did catch quite a few drivers out. We will have to wait to see if anybody elects to stay out here. Keep our eyes up here with your race leaders, and it does look like Jason Branch going to lead the parade of cars that are only, whoa, big moment there. Big stack up coming to pit road. Not wanting to get a black flag for passing the pace car coming to pit road. The 99 of Jason Branch had to stab the brakes, and that could have ended up bad. Looks like John McMillan Sr. and John Peel going to stay out on the track. Donald Bennett in the 31 machine, able to get the lucky dog position. He'll get himself back on the lead lap, but what does David Cameron and Noah Owens do? Do they stay out and try to get themselves back on the lead lap with a wave around? We'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Back trackside as the iRacing pace car lights have gone out. We're going to go back green flag racing this time around. John McMillan Sr. now leads the race. That's going to be our 6th lead change of the 9th amongst 5 different race leaders. John Peel going to line up just to his outside. Jason Branch, Jerry Cochran back in row number 2, row 3 here on the restart. Sean Mitchell and Donald Bennett. And it looks like we do have a few lap cars kind of mixed in to the front of this field as we get set for the green flag. A restart, pace car down and away. Boss man waits for him to hit the gas pedal and wait for it. Green flag flies as Big John gonna bring him down deep in the restart box before getting up through the gears. And how about that? Maybe just needing some clean air on that 51 machine because he has fired off well on this restart. Able to step out to a 2/10 of a second. Whoa, big moment there. Back through the field. 49 with some damage. The 99 has to come to pit road. Donald Bennett has to come to pit road. Are we seeing a fuel strategy move with the 99 of Jason Branch and Donald Bennett coming to pit road back on lap number 85? Just one lap after the restart of this race. We'll have to wait to see if that's the case. It's going to be very close, right at about 36 to 37 laps is what those two drivers are going to have to do on the fuel. We'll have to wait to see if that's the case. Back at the front, though, John McMillan Sr. just needed some fresh air on the front end of that 51 iRacing sponsored machine, and he has now got control over this race. How about that for a tale of two different races? We've seen John McMillan Sr. kind of struggling with some pace here. Now that he's got to the front, he has got some speed. And now John Peel looks to his inside, heading down into turn number 1. Will we have yet another lead change? They'll go side by side through turn 1. Advantage to the 77. Peel looks to slide up. He does so. Crossover by the 51. No, that's going to be negated. He's going to stay back in second. That's going to give us another lead change with another leader here tonight. Just one caution flag so far through all of the 89 laps put down by these drivers. 120 laps, the official scheduled distance. We will have a green-white checkered attempt if we should need it. But these K&N drivers do not want to see that. They want to see this long green flag run, especially Jason Branch and Donald Bennett, who came to pit road. And it looks like Donald Bennett may have had to serve a penalty. He was in his box for quite some time. Jason Branch also serving a black flag penalty. He was in the box for almost 30 seconds. So both of those previous race winners, drivers running at the front at the time, hit with a black flag. And they've had to come to pit road. They now run 10th and 11th, 1 and 2 laps down on your race leader. Still watching the front of this field as we've got a battle now for 3rd and 4th on the raceway. There you can see Jerry Cochran, who is involved in an incident, on-track incident with the driver just behind him. That 65 of Sean Mitchell and the 18 tangled with each other, bringing out that first caution of the race. We've seen the 18 harden to the outside wall with the nose of that machine. Very surprised to see it running so well after that hard contact. But he's able to maintain the pace, maintain a podium spot. He runs in 3rd. Mitchell looks for the front as Kevin Burrows begins to close in. Ooh, things getting heated. 3rd, 4th, 5th on the raceway. Jerry Cochran, Sean Mitchell, Kevin Burrows all going at it with each other right now. Nose to tail is the 65 and the 18. Just about a car length back is that 23 of Kevin Burrows. Noah Owens has fallen off the pace. He's almost 7 seconds back from this battle, this 3-car battle for the final podium spot of the night as we cross the line this time by to begin lap number 94 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. It is getting down to the witching hour, the final few waning laps of the night, and who is going to take this top spot? Which one of these drivers have enough in the fuel tank to get to the end? We mentioned a moment ago after he gained the race lead during that caution flag when everybody came to pit road. John McMillan Jr. still running strong here. Great showing for him right now, running in that 2nd position, just about a half a second in front of a very fast 18 machine of Jerry Cochran, Sean Mitchell, and Kevin Burrows right behind him, rounding out your top 5. But this is just the run that Big John needed here tonight. He's had kind of an up and down season, sitting right there, I believe, in 9th in the point standings coming into tonight's race. Just 3 points back of Donald Bennett and just a handful more points to Lee Campbell. I believe it is 4 or 5 points actually to Lee Campbell. And if he can make up some points here, he's going to give himself quite a bit of an advantage heading off into the final race of the regular season next week at Pocono Raceway. Jerry Cochran slowly moving away from Sean Mitchell, leaving him to battle with Kevin Burrows for the 4th and 5th position on the speedway. This is your closest battle on the track, so we'll wait for this one to kind of settle itself out as that 18 of Cochran closes in on John McMillan Sr. for 2nd on the speedway. So 2nd and 3rd going at it, 4th and 5th going at it with just 23 laps remaining here in race number 9 in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menards Series. You know, we haven't mentioned it very much here tonight, but why don't we go ahead and do it anyway. Show these drivers some love. Show them you appreciate all the great racing action that they provide you with, not just tonight, but all season long, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 3 of the 4 series here in Swift Motorsports coming to you right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network each and every week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Mark it down on your calendar, but join us in that push to 2,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say what's up, or you're the dedicated fan, friend, family. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you're a sponsor coming to check in the product, we do appreciate you. Do hope you decide to come on board. Great racing action coming at you each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, right here on your home for Swift. Jerry Cochran moving that 18 machine that has been fast on the long runs back up a little bit further inside of those podium spots. He's going to take the 2nd position away from Big Mac John McMillan Sr. Now the 51 of McMillan, he has got to worry about that 23 of Kevin Burrows closing in, because Burrows is closing in pretty quick, about 0.3 of a second faster last time around. And there you can see that distance beginning to grow between himself and the 18 right here on screen as Cochran sets his sights now on John Peel as we have got less than 20 laps to go. We'll check in with this battle as it's now become the closest one on the speedway. 3rd and 4th on the track, Big Mac John McMillan Sr. has that 3rd spot. Kevin Burrows looking to reclaim some fame towards the end of tonight's race. We've seen your pole sitter, your points leader, have trouble earlier in the race, has been behind the 8 ball for quite some time now. That 23 machine knocking on the door of turning his night around, turning this race around. Big time work down there on pit road by him and his entire crew. That 23 machine of Burrows looks for the front and looking for the front again. We'll go back to this battle. 77 of John Peel continues to lead the race, but he's got Jerry Cochran closing in. Cochran now just 0.2 of a second back as Kevin Burrows looks to the inside of John McMillan Sr. heading into turn number 3. Give the spot to Burrows. As we close in on just 15 laps to go, why don't we run down some driver spotlights and highlights. We'll go ahead and knock them out of the way real quick here. There you can see that 77 of John Peel, the Bradenton, Florida native, up 6 spots. He's your biggest mover of the race, but more importantly, he leads the race. Peel looking to capture the flag for the first time. He runs in first. Driver tucked in right behind him, looking for his first win on the season as well. Can that 18 machine of Jerry Cochran take the top spot away? He's going to look to the inside. Gonna drag race with Peel down the back stretch. Not quite gonna get it just yet, but looks to have the advantage into turn 3. And Cochran looks to go back to the point here tonight. 8th different lead change amongst 6 different drivers. And Cochran gonna take the top spot. Top 2 spots gonna change, but the 3rd position gonna remain the same. The 23 of Kevin Burrows looks to try to finish the night off strong after taking the pole position here tonight and falling back multiple positions after a little bit of contact with the outside wall coming off of turn 4 and through the tri-oval. The 23 struggled through the middle part of the race, but has turned his night around. He runs in the final podium spot. Burrows sits in 3rd. Driver sitting back in the 4th position. There you can see John McMillan Sr. He has led a handful of laps. Looked good out there in the clean air, but has since dropped the spot to John Peel, then Jerry Cochran and Kevin Burrows now making his way by. McMillan Sr. sits in 4th. Driver rounding out our highlights and spotlights of the top 5 is the last driver on the lead lap. The 65 of Sean Mitchell sits in that 5th position. Mitchell has been pretty quick all night, up inside the top 6 pretty much for the entire night after starting almost outside of the top 10. It looks like Mitchell up 4 spots from where he started tonight's race all the way back in the 9th position. So running strong, running well in the closing laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Back to your race leader, though. I'm telling you what, race fans, this driver right here has absolutely put on a show. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and look at him real quick? I think we do have one of those unique onboard driver cams. Check him out. The man in his office putting in work. Jerry Cochran leads this field down into turn number 3. There you can see John Peel way off in the distance. Peel about a second back as Cochran heads off of turn 4. Back across the stripe this time around. 10 laps to go. Not a lot of battles really on the speedway. About 0.8 of a second back is John Peel from your race leader, Jerry Cochran, and another 0.8 of a second back from John McMillan Sr. is Sean Mitchell. So we'll keep our eye on those 2 battles as we continue this long green flag run after our first caution of the night flew back on lap number 84. We have been clean and green since the drop of the restart flag. And that is just what this 18 machine really wanted to see. We've seen him have the pace late in the run. That long run speed really showing for the driver inside of that 18 machine. And that's something that, well, race fans, as a racer, you can be taught how to do it, how to save the tires. Obviously, you got to learn how to do it at some point in time, but there's just some drivers that are just naturally better at being able to save those tires, save the good, and get the most out of the car and the tires in the long run when they're running out of fuel, when the car's the most ill handling throughout the entire run. And it looks like Jerry Cochran, one of those drivers, very comfortable with the long run pace. And that's going to give him a very comfortable feel here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Not very many caution flags ever really flying in the ARCA series. I think we've only had a total out of the 9 races. I think we've had about 13 cautions total. A few races this season going completely green flag, clean and green the entire night. Tonight, almost clean and green the entire night. Just one caution flag on the evening as now Cochran looks off of turn 2 halfway down the backstretch. The boss man upstate out in the flag stand. Gonna give him a nice friendly wave out of the flag stand this time around. Leading over the track, there it is. Hi, how are you? 5 laps to go for Jerry Cochran as he crosses the line this time around. John Peel now sits 1.5 seconds back. Kevin Burrows 2 seconds back. Sean Mitchell another 2 seconds back as he's been able to get by John McMillan Sr. So that's going to put McMillan Sr. back into the final spot on the lead lap. Rounding out your top 5, David Cameron, first driver listed 1 lap down. Noah Owens, Lee Campbell, Jason Branch, Larry Poling now rounds out your top 10. Poling and Donald Bennett, only 2 drivers listed 2 laps down, as Robert Lucan is still being scored off the track, off of the lead lap right now. So a tough race, a tough night here tonight for that 49 machine. Was very fast at the beginning, had a little bit of trouble with some connections, and Lukens has struggled ever since. And it looks like now that 49 machine beginning to push his machine back behind pit wall. And that's going to end it for his night. He'll walk away from the track in 12th. Going to keep our eye on the battle between Larry Poling and Donald Bennett. They're close in the point standings. Going to keep our eye at the front of this field, because we're going to have ourselves our 4th different race leader of the season. Popsicle sticks on display. Jerry Cochran, 2 laps to go. Race number 9 here in the 10 race regular season. Just 5 races left in that championship chase, so 6 left to go before we crown a champion. And Jerry Cochran is making a statement here tonight, not just grabbing the race lead late, but walking away in dominating fashion. White flag, final lap here tonight as Cochran crosses the line back into turns 1 and 2, still leaving the field behind. Now 3.5 seconds back to John Peel running in second. Cochran halfway down the backstretch into turn 3 for the final time tonight. Clean and clear sailing. He doesn't have to make his way by the back marker off in front of him. The 18 gonna bring it to the line, and checkered flag flies here tonight. What a run by that 18 of Jerry Cochran, able to make his way back to the race lead late and walk away from the field by over 4 seconds. And John Peel looks like he may have dropped the spot at the end to Kevin Burrows. We're trying to see if that is official or not, and wait for it. I'm not sure how that one's going to pan out, but nonetheless, how about this man right here? He's going to give us a little bit of a smoke show, I do believe. Stopping, going to enjoy the fans for just a moment. So with that being said, race fans, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment. We'll head back for all your post-race interviews, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Backtrack side after a short commercial break, letting drivers climb from the cars, get a little bit of hydration before we step over to them for the post-race interviews. So now that some of these drivers have gotten some water up in them, let's see if we can't have a few words with some of the drivers walking away in the podium spots tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a word with the driver that finished third here tonight, John Peel. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
Hey, bud, how you doing? How you feeling after a pretty solid run here tonight for you and that 77 crew?
Yeah, it felt good being up front, and I felt like I at least put myself in position to try to win it there with strategy. Like on that pit stop, I just pitted um, one lap before everyone else. They all waited, and I think Jerry might have been. I can't remember if Jerry and Kevin were on the same strategy, but I know I had to say try to save more than Jerry out front, and I just let him by early and was hoping he would run out. But man, I ran out of gas maybe exiting turn 4, just as I was exiting.
All right. Well, that's what I was gonna bring up next. You were running right there in second, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, wait a minute, did he finish third? What happened there? But I guess running out of fuel just a tick too soon, huh?
Yeah, I should have saved just a hair more there, and I would have got at least second. But not taking it away from Jerry and Kevin, because they drove a heck of a race, and it just came down to one lap for all three of us.
Well, John, coming in to tonight's race with just a handful of races left in the regular season, actually just next week at Pocono left before we begin that 5-race run for the championship. How are you feeling about you and the team as we move forward over these next few races?
I mean, I feel pretty good with where I'm at. I've been consistent most of the season. I think I got to find a way to get a little more aggressive, and you're not going to be able to just be consistent in the playoffs, and everyone's back to basically 16 drivers tied. So any one of us can jump out front that first race. So as confident as I am, I know all of us are going to have to work real hard to do anything those first 2 races of the chase.
Absolutely. Well, John, we do appreciate you taking some time here to come up and grab a few words on the mic here in the post-race interview. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, big thank you to my whole family, my parents. I think they're watching, and then thank you to Triple L Motorsports and all of you guys at Turn 3. The broadcasts are always amazing. I love racing on your guys' service, and everyone at Swift. They do a heck of a job running the league. I have a lot of fun, and another congrats to Jerry for the win. It was a great job. Thank you guys.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate the kind words. We appreciate the kind words as well, John. And my man, well, we'll head to the Tricky Triangle and then off in the championship races, and we'll see if we can't talk to you again.
Yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully, I can talk to you at Pocono. But you guys have a good night.
All right, there you have it. John Peel walking away in third here tonight after running out of gas just right there at the end of tonight's race. That's going to be kind of a tough one to swallow at times, but nonetheless, he's still going to walk away with a great finishing spot. And now we will move on to the driver that walked away second here tonight after snatching the pole position, looking like he may have a very fast car here tonight. Kevin Burrows, it's Dave in the booth. You got your ears on, bud?
I do. How you doing, Dave?
Doing well, my man. Want to talk to you a little bit. I know you might be somewhat disappointed, but you walked away with the pole position here tonight. You were looking like you may snatch your 5th win on the season, but a little bit of a rough go there during that first green flag run and some contact with the outside wall. How bad was the car from that point on?
It seemed pretty good. The second time we pitted, I went ahead and did some repairs, which put me back farther. Looking back on it, maybe I should have left the repairs alone, because it still seemed like it was real quick. So just a bad decision on my part. But Jerry was quick. He was cooking it out there tonight, and John, he definitely would have got me, but he ran out of fuel right at the end. I was surprised to sneak around him there.
All right, well, I'm gonna switch gears with you real quick, Kevin, because I mean you were a part of the championship run last year, and I want to get your thoughts moving forward this year. We've got Pocono next week, but then we start that 5 race championship run. Pretty much the points reset at that point in time. How are you and your crew looking at those chase races? Are you going to approach any of them any differently? And if so, is there any one particular track that you kind of have circled as, this is one I've absolutely got to have a top 5 or I may be in trouble?
I mean, you want at least top 5 in all of them. I mean, you definitely want a pole, and you hope for the win. But no, I mean, not any particular track. I mean, every different track, just a different challenge. You just gotta roll with it.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's one of the best ways to look at it. But nonetheless, Kevin, we do appreciate you taking some time to talk to us here in the post race interviews. Congratulations on the second place here tonight. And before we let you go, you know the drill. So you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home at the shop?
Yep. Like, thank the family again, and again, you, Dave. You always do a great job. Love listening to it later, and thank Swift for putting this on. It's great series, and we appreciate it, and hope to see you in here again.
All right, my man. Well, we'll look forward to catching up with you throughout these final 6 races of this season.
Yep, 10-4. Thank you, man.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away in the second spot here tonight. That's going to go to Kevin Burrows, and that's going to move us right on along to your race leader driver walking away with the checkered flag. Well, he's not really your race leader anymore. He is your race winner. Let's see if we can dial up and talk to Jerry Cochran in the 18 machine. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, making a big splash, huh? Walking away with the race win here in one of the final few races of the regular season. How you feeling about getting to victory lane?
I'm tell you what, man, it feels good. Anytime you can run top 3, top 5 in any league, especially, I haven't been here long, but there's a lot of tough guys in here, especially Kevin and Jason, and so yeah, anytime you run top 3, top 5. That's great, but to come here and get a win, man, it's awesome. I'm ecstatic.
Well, Jerry, I want to, I'm going to switch gears just a little bit here. Not really sure about the point standing situation for you, and if you're going to be able to make it into the chase, even if you walk away with a race win at Pocono. Not sure if that's going to quite work out for you or not, but what's the plan for you in that 18 crew? Are you here just to spoil the show?
Well, I wouldn't say we're here to spoil the show. We're definitely here for the wins and the top 3s, and just try to make a name for ourselves, and just let everybody see how we drive. We're try to be good and clean and all that good stuff. My wife, she's pregnant. She's due in about a week. So Friday I'm loading up and heading back. She's at our other place. I'm going back to be with her and my other 2 girls and wait on our little boy to arrive. So I won't be here the next 2 weeks.
Oh man, well I don't blame you. Enjoy that moment, as you said. You got 2 daughters already, so you kind of been through it. But there's just nothing like it. Congratulations is in order, I do believe, man. Hope everything stays safe and sound for you, and enjoy the newborn here coming up shortly. Long run speed though, Jerry. If we can talk about that real quick. It looked like you were able to keep the tires on the car a little bit better than anybody else throughout the field here tonight. Was there any type of strategy coming into tonight's race to keep the tires on the car?
Yesterday and tonight before the server opened up, I took and went and made a couple of fuel runs and just practiced on, my on and off points and really, man, just letting the car roll in and just, rolling back into the throttle. And after these cars here, after you get a little wear on them, you can get on them pretty good, so on into the run, center off, I was pretty much wide open, just taking care of them, just, no brake, easy on the gas, rolling the gas, just the basics.
Absolutely. Well, you took care of them and took care of business here tonight, walking away with the checkered flag. First win on the season for you, so congratulations in order for that as well. And with your big week coming up, we do want to wish you well, and again, hope everything goes well and everybody stays safe through all that. So before we let you go and celebrate and get loaded up on the private jet here, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, I want to start out thanking my wife. She's my main sponsor, Grayson J Photography. My two little girls, Avery and Aslan, take time away to put some time in and get some practice in. So, you're taking time away from them when you do that. Bad Brad with Velocita. You for taking your time out to come here and do this, every Monday night, and Mr. Gann and everybody that runs this league and all the drivers. I've enjoyed it, and I really, I like racing with these guys.
All right, Jerry. Well, again, congratulations on the first win of the season, and we'll see if we can't talk to you once you hit the track again.
All right, Dave. You have a good rest of the week, sir.
You too, brother. All right, well, there you go. Jerry Cochran, excited for the race win, but excited for the real-life event coming up here very shortly. Going to have his third child, so that's pretty awesome right there. I've got two girls myself, but not yet going to have that boy, and I think I may just I'm going to leave that part, just leave it alone there. Jerry Cochran, though, long run speed really prevailing for that 18 tonight, walking away with the checkered flag and doing it in dominant fashion, really, with those last 17 laps, opened up almost a 5-second advantage over the second place runner, Kevin Burrows. At the time, it was John Peel. Peel running out of gas, giving up that second spot to Burrows, coming right there to the start-finish line for the checkered flag. But make no mistake about it, Jerry Cochran, he has shown up, he has shown out, and he is now in the books as a race winner here with the Swift MotorSports BUTTKICKER Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And well, that's pretty much all you got to do. You got to walk away with a win at some point in time to begin to build your name. And Jerry Cochran goes to the history books as a race winner. What a race it was indeed here tonight, as it does sound like producers hitting those buttons in the background. We're going to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in race number 9 out of the 10 race regular season here in season number 3 for the BUTTKICKER Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series, brought to you by Swift MotorSports. Jerry Cochran gonna take that top spot. He's gonna keep Kevin Burrows back in second. John Peel running out of gas, coming to the checkered flag. He finishes third in the final podium position. 65 of Sean Mitchell walking away from the track here tonight in 4th, 5th place goes to Big Mac John McMillan Sr., while David Cameron brings the 10 home to a 6th. Finishing spot 7th goes to Noah Owens. Lee Campbell bringing the 14 home in 8th spot. Jason Branch with a late race penalty falls 1 lap down. He'll finish tonight's race back in 9th. The 69 of Larry Poling gonna round out your top 10. Another victim popped late in the race with a penalty. The 31 of Donald Bennett gonna finish in the 11th. Robert Lukens back in 12th, and rounding out the field here tonight after electrical issues kept the car from starting, Logan Hartman gonna round out the field in 13th. Big time shout out to race control and admins here tonight. Justin Cannon, Gary Wells just down the hall in the race control booth. Didn't get a chance to get down there and mess with them a little bit. We'll see if we can't go padlock the door or something, keep those guys locked in there. But yet another race in the bags. Another one in the books here for the Swift MotorSports BUTTKICKER Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And well, we're going to begin to shut some things down, turn off the lights, and get ready for tomorrow night right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Swift Performance Truck Series. 130 laps on tap tomorrow night. And well, we hope to see you there if you haven't already. Scroll on down just a little bit. There it is. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So with that being said, until next time, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until then, we'll meet you in Turn 3.